This episode of Chrisley Confessions 2.0 is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com offers a wide array of hotels and vacation rentals across the U.S., so you can find exactly what you're looking for. There's something for everyone, even those who are impossible to please. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com. Yeah. Book today on the site or in the app.
Welcome to Chrisley Confessions 2.0, and today's going to be a great day because we have the number one biggest fan draw of the Chrisley Nation here with me today, Nanny Faye. How are you, darling?
Hey, I'm blessed every day to get up and see the sunshine.
I believe that. I believe that. You told me this morning coming over here, you said, folks, I had been telling my mother that I wanted her to start drinking this protein shake. And she goes, I don't need it. And y'all think that she's this sweet, kind, gentle grandmother. That's not who she really is. She looks at me as I'm driving down the road and she said, if I drank one of them, she said, hell, I'd really outwork all y'all.
Amen.
But why do you say that? You act like you do everything and that I don't do anything. I was sick for 3 days. Couldn't even be sick for 3 days.
I allowed you to be sick and I offered to wait on you.
You did. Folks, I had another round of kidney stones. And this time it was a 6 millimeter. And I went to the doctor. They did a CT scan. It was there. And the one doctor said it was a 4 millimeter. And he said, I think that you can pass this and we won't have to do surgery or, put you under or whatever. And I said, pass it. like through I won't be good with that. And he said, well, we're going to try it. He said, I'm going to put you on Flomax. And he said, it's going to enough with all of it. At any rate, folks, I am not capable of doing those kind of things. So I elected to go in and be put under and have this stone removed. And it kicked my ass. I mean, I was in bed from Friday after the procedure until
last night.
Until really yesterday. Now I got up yesterday. So Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, I was in bed, did not leave my room. And this one, she got so nervous after the second day, she thought I had died. So she comes upstairs and she comes creeping in my bedroom. And my daddy used to be bad about the same thing I am because I can hear anything. And I'm laying there like this right here. And she comes creeping in, leans down, puts her hand on me. Todd, you alive?
I'm glad he didn't want my precious something happened to him.
What would you have done if I'd have raised up and said, hell no, I'm dead?
No, I know that's a lie. If you raised up. But I mean, I was concerned. So I hadn't seen your smiling face.
It had been rough. This one had been a tough time, but now they have the stone. Now they've placed me on a medication that will hopefully prevent me from creating another one because my body creates too much uric acid. So for all of you that's listening to this, don't send me messages telling me I need to drink a damn case of water a day. Don't send me all that because I'm not going to do it. My mother doesn't drink water either, do you?
No, I hate water.
Yeah, I don't like water either.
I don't know. It just might be just I don't ever get thirsty. But so I don't have no desire to want to go drink.
But we had all of our blood work done for our physicals, right? Folks, me and Mama came back the healthiest of everyone. But here's the crazy thing. She and I were deficient in the same exact thing. Wasn't it? It was the exact same thing. Our numbers were almost identical regarding certain things, but we were perfect across the board except for one thing, and that was dehydration. And so they said, you need to be drinking more water. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I mean, unless it's lemonade, sweet tea, or Coke, I just don't want it.
Well, if I eat some country ham, I can drink it. But I can't eat that every day.
No, and you should not be eating that every day.
No, but I mean, I will get thirsty then, and I can go drink water. But I just hate water.
Well, I do too, Mama. I don't love it either.
Oh, you know what
But-
Dr. Chain told me about my bladder cancer? Nanny, you've got to drink 10 to 12 bottles of water. I said, oh, damn, you might as well hook me up the Cumberland River then.
She's going to be hooked up, folks, to the Cumberland River. So for you that don't know what that is, that's the river that runs through Tennessee. So we just can't do it, right? Now, although I have bought you all of these waters, because I will buy them for her to make sure she's drinking. I buy you the Propel. I buy you the vitamin water. Then I ordered you this new water that you wanted or tried, or with the electrolytes or whatever. And so you have been drinking a little bit of that.
Yeah,
Just not a lot.
Well, I drank one yesterday.
Well, that you need to be drinking like Dr. Chang said, like 10 to 12 a day.
No, I can't do that. That'd be worse than a job. I couldn't get out and work.
It's been, Julie's and Savannah's now been gone for almost 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been different.
And I'm Hazel Maid.
She's Hazel the maid. But it's been different, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because we need Julie back.
Yeah.
We need Julie back.
Well, I just feel more relaxed because I can do whatever I want to. I can go and come when I want to.
As long as Julie's here.
Yeah.
Because Julie will
But
get you out of whatever you get
when
into.
she's gone, I have to do everything. And so I'll be glad when
Mama!
Yeah, I told Chloe this morning on the way to school, I said, I'll be so glad when Judy gets back home, I won't know what to do. She said, why, Nanny? I said, well, first of all, I'm going to be gone.
Where are you going? She's going to the casino, y'all.
Well, I might go to my happy place. At least I don't nobody ask me to do nothing.
Listen, not to interrupt you, but since the last podcast that you were on here, we got so many questions that I didn't even know about until last week. But folks, the episode with Nanny, whenever it was, a month or 2 months ago, was one of the highest rated episodes ever. And the reason for that is because y'all wanted old school advice about how women of my mother's generation views sex, relationships, and just things that are happening today that never happened when you were growing up. A lot of people loved the fact that I exposed or really brought out in the open that Daddy nailed you in the hog parlor.
Todd, hush.
But-
that's not true. That's
Well,
not
Mama,
true.
that's what he's saying.
Well, you know, he was known to lie too, just like you.
But did you give it up to him in the hog?
Heck, no.
You did.
No, I didn't.
So-
I didn't give it up till I got married, and then I was scared I should have not married that day. But
Why?
I did. But
Why?
Shut up. I don't want to talk about that
So
crazy stuff.
was yours and Daddy's marriage kind of like Du's and Loretta's?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
So
When we watched that movie,
yeah.
he said, that's another Faye.
So did you wear all your clothes to bed?
I wanted to. Well, I'm not talking about that, Todd. I'm letting that stuff go. That was
But Mama, that's
60 years ago.
I understand, but these younger generation of women are wanting to compare their life of where they are today to where you were then. So when you got married,
I was a virgin.
okay, and then you had your honeymoon at the Seneca Hotel.
I look at it every time I go by.
It's still
and
there.
Think about it.
Is it fond moments?
Well, I was a scared moment, but you know what? Life goes on. I loved him. And
Well, did it get better after the first time?
oh, Lord Todd, I'm not talking about stuff like that.
Mama, but the people want to know.
Well, listen, first of all, girls now, I'm not saying because they're beautiful, they pretty.
But you said
And
they're
they-
whores.
No, I'm not saying that.
Mama, you did. You said they go out here like a bunch of hoes, and you said all they got to do is put a push button on their head and their legs fly up.
No,
That's what you said.
I didn't say that.
Mama.
Todd, I'm just saying they need to be more careful in what they do. And
Folks, she's trying to be polite and clean this up, but I'm going to get her back to what she's saying.
I don't care.
You need to say what you say to me and your grandchildren. What do you say about your grandchildren being hoes?
I'm not calling my grandchildren hoes. I'm not calling anyone because, like I've told you many times, I'm not talking about no one's children. That's the parents.
The parents.
The parents. And what they need to do to their children and how their upbringing. We didn't know anything about anything when we were growing up.
So when you got to the Seneca Hotel, you had not thought in your mind, or your grandmother had not told you what to expect?
Do you realize that I was in about the 11th grade in high school before we ever got a little black and white TV, and we was never allowed to watch it after 9 o'clock because we worked.
So you didn't have like Skinamax or anything like that?
No, the 4 things that my mother that raised me said to me, there are 4 things in life that you're going to do. And as soon as you girls learn it, what we have to do, then this household will be great. You're going to work, you're going to mind, you're going to go to school, and you're going to go to church. That was our lives till we graduated. Then I worked my senior year in high school in a cotton mill.
Right.
And then after that, I stayed on that job till I met Gene and I married him. And you know what? Everything's not a bed of roses, because if you think getting married is going to make your life easier, 9 out of 10 times it's not.
Right.
But you're supposed to give and take. It don't
like
argue.
At the Seneca Hotel.
Don't be arguing about things that's not worth a hill of beans.
But you and Daddy did argue.
Yeah, we didn't always agree. Yeah, and I didn't always like him every day, but I loved him all the time.
Right, because, you fought a lot. You was just not going to have somebody telling you what to do.
No, because I left my boss at home when I married.
So he wasn't going to be your boss?
No, I was his partner and his lover. That's who I was.
Let's go back to lover. So you learned how to be a lover at the Seneca Hotel.
I'm just saying, I wasn't out looking for no one else. When I married, I was happy. I wanted a home, and that's what I began to work for. And then I had you, and I had my children. And that's what I loved most of all.
Most parents aren't aware that 50% of kids suffer from hidden hunger. Hidden hunger can come from picky eating, processed snacks, or even a lack of nutrient-rich soil in the fruits and vegetables they eat. So if you have a picky eater or a kid who only wants to eat chicken nuggets, you're likely going to experience big emotions and frequent outbursts, trouble concentrating, and not being able to stay calm. The best way to support their mood and behavior is to give their brain the nutrients it needs for healthy growth and development. That's why I'm obsessed with First Day Daily Multivitamins, one of the first brands with vitamins designed to fight hidden hunger and nutrient gaps. First Day makes clean, science-backed multivitamins for kids, teens, and adults. I love that First Day is extremely transparent about what goes into their products. No added sugar and no artificial ingredients, no fake dyes, no crushed bones. With just 2 gummies a day, you're boosting your kids' nutrition, mood, sleep, and health. 9 essential vitamins for brain and mood support, and a superfood blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies. First Day's multivitamin has more folate than 1.5 cups of spinach and more vitamin B than 5 cups of broccoli. It's also been tested for 200 plus toxins and holds the Clean Label Purity Award. In fact, 83% of parents say First Day improved their kids' overall behavior. One thing I didn't realize at first is that vitamins shouldn't be one size fits all. Your nutritional needs change as you grow. That's why I love the First Day age-specific daily multivitamins. They're also trusted by over 1 million families. One First Day vitamins is sold every 13 seconds. Clinically absorbable, family safe, actually effective. For a limited time only, our listeners are getting an insane deal. Use code Chrisley to get up to 57% off at firstday.com. That's up to 57% off and a free gift with code Chrisley at firstday.com. After your purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that our show sent you. These days, I'm all about quality over quantity, especially in my closet. If it's not well made and versatile, it's not worth it to me. That's honestly why I love Quince. The fabrics feel elevated, the cuts are thoughtful, and the pricing actually makes sense. Quince makes high quality wardrobe staples using premium fabrics like 100% European linen, 100% silk, and organic cotton poplin. Lightweight cotton cashmere sweaters, perfect for the changing seasons. And can't miss seasonal colors and prints for spring. Versatile, well-made pieces that make getting dressed simple. Quince works directly with safe, ethical factories and cuts out the middleman. You're not paying for brand markup or fancy retail stores, just quality clothing. Quince uses 100% European linen. Their cotton poplin is crisp and holds its shape. The gauze is soft without feeling flimsy. Everything Quince makes is built to hold up season after season. The stitching, the fit, the fabrics. These are pieces you'll reach for over and over again. I have talked about Quince so many times, and I actually love their cotton cashmere sweater. It has truly become one of my go-tos. It's light enough for layering, but still feels luxe. And it didn't cost what I honestly thought quality cashmere would. I keep this with me all the time because the weather in Nashville changes. So this cotton cashmere sweater is absolutely perfect, and I love getting it from Quince. Stop waiting to build the wardrobe you actually want. You don't need a closet full of options. You need pieces that work. Right now, go to quince.com/Chrisley for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's a full year to wear it and love it, and you will. Now available in Canada too. Don't keep settling for clothes that don't last. Go to quince.com/Chrisley for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/Chrisley.
Did women twerk back in the day?
I don't know nothing about twerking.
So you don't know what twerking is?
No, and I don't need to know it. Then 82 years old, I don't need to know.
Did they throw it back?
I don't know. All I know is about myself.
Well, did you throw it back?
No, I didn't throw back.
You didn't throw back?
No. Mm-mm. All I did was work and try to be a lady, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a lady my whole life.
Do you ever sometimes when you're not by yourself just stop and think, I wish I'd have been a little trashier?
No, I've never wished that, never even thought about that.
Really?
Because I've had a good life. I said I had a hard life, but a good life.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I say one? Me and Jean, we didn't always have the best days, but we didn't hate each other, but we didn't always agree.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Because you were very independent.
Yeah.
And you resented a man telling you what to do.
Yeah, because I knew what to do.
But
And so why did you and Randy always, when he'd take your car keys, why would you always run to me?
because we knew that you were going to override him. So I guess how do you view sex today between a man and a woman versus when you were growing up and getting married?
Well, you know what? When we grew up, we didn't talk about nothing like that. We didn't know to talk about.
Because you think this is inappropriate for me to have this conversation with you.
Yeah, because I don't care about talking about stuff like that.
Right.
But
I do it for y'all.
But first of all, we was taught to be a lady.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I say to these young couples. You love someone enough to want to marry them.
Mm-hmm.
So you should try to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get up arguing and fussing with each other. Respect each other. You're not always right, and I'm not always right. So
But you were more right.
well, most of the time I was, because I wasn't setting out to do anything bad.
Right.
You know, I just sometimes didn't always agree with him, and then it might piss me off, and so, you know, then I didn't talk for days. But I went on about my job. I still was a mother. I was still a wife. I did the chores that I was supposed to do.
But you put him on silent treatment.
I just didn't talk.
Yeah, silent treatment.
Yeah, that worked best for me. Not
Right.
talk and argue. Just
Right.
don't talk. And that way I didn't have to say that I'm sorry.
Yeah, I never did hear you say I'm sorry. Sure enough, you know, now that you brought that up, sure enough, I ain't never heard you say that to him.
Well,
But so if he cursed at you, did you ever curse back at him?
I might tell him go to hell. Yeah, I might.
I think you said more than that.
No.
But folks, I'm not one to put everybody's business on Front Street.
Well, I'm just saying that I stayed with him I married him.
You married him, and when he pissed you off, you was determined to stay married to him.
I was
because if that pissed him off, you was gonna do it, right?
Now, well, I wasn't going to plan on it. Don't you remember his brother come down there and I was mad about something? He said, what's wrong? And I said, I'd leave if I had anywhere to go. And he said, well, if you leave, and I am too.
Well, that's because Daddy's family loved you more than him. But so how do you feel? So for you, a marriage, when you got married, it was for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, until death do you part. And those were the vows you honored.
Yeah, and I never ever thought anything about it because he was my husband. I was married to him. I had my children. So I wasn't out here eyeing nobody. I wasn't going nowhere to be involved. And I tell these young kids, when I do these cameos, and they want to know some good advice, I said, well, listen. First of all, you got to have Jesus Christ in your heart.
That's got to be the center of your foundation.
And that should be what you work for every day.
Right.
And when God gives you that little piece of joy, always be the best you can be. Because you know what? That's their safe place. They don't know anything except their mother and their dad. So don't be arguing in front of them. If you disagree, wait till they're asleep, or you go outside while they're playing.
Yeah, because I wasn't always asleep.
No, well, I'm just saying.
I heard you jump on my daddy a lot of times.
Now, you're lying there. But I'm just saying that you need to try to make it work. Because in the end, people has told me, I'm 82. I've learned a lot. And people's told me, well, I divorced out of anger. Had I not been angered, I would not have divorced. So you need to think about what you're doing.
Before you jump through your ass.
Before you jump and be sorry of it later.
This episode is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com offers a wide array of hotels and vacation rentals across the U.S., so you can find exactly what you're booking for. There's something for everyone, even those who are impossible to please. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your picky teens, your sleep light, rise early mom, or your high maintenance group chat, you can find exactly what you're booking for. You all know that I have lots of high maintenance people in my family, from my kids to my husband. I mean, it's off the chain. And if we can find our perfect stay on Booking.com, anybody can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app. Okay, I want to take a minute to share something really important to me, and that's Good Girl RX, a female-focused health and wellness company created by my daughter, Savannah. As women, we so often put everyone else first and ignore our own health, or we're just told to push through instead of being truly listened to. What I love about Good Girl RX is that it's built around real medical care and compassion. Through their telehealth platform, women can meet virtually with licensed medical providers who take the time to review your health history and goals. If it's clinically appropriate, your provider may discuss personalized treatment options, including GLP-1 medications like tirzepatide, as well as wellness therapies such as NAD. Everything is determined by a doctor and tailored to the individual. As a mother, it means everything to me that this company was created to help women feel supported instead of judged. Everyone's journey is different. Results vary, and not everyone qualifies, but having access to licensed physicians who truly listen can make all the difference. If you're ready to take a step toward prioritizing your health, visit goodgirlrx.com and use code CONFESSIONS15 for 15% off at checkout. Medical care is provided by licensed physicians.
Do you believe in divorce?
Not really.
So you don't believe there's no reason that a man and woman should ever divorce?
Well, if he comes in and knocks on you all the time, yeah, and you can't.
Is it all the time or one time? If he puts his hands on you,
well, he should never put his hand on you in the first place.
Right.
Because that is something he's supposed to cherish, and you're supposed to cherish him. But women now are meaner than men in a lot of situations.
Women have taken on a much more masculine role.
Now, we was more laid back as a lady, and we wasn't going to jump on you and whip you.
But the women today would, when they hear you say that, would say that yours was the weaker generation because
No, we're the greatest generation.
Yeah, because y'all are the hardest working. Because they ain't none in this generation today that can outwork one of y'all.
I can outwork any of them right now.
But they would say that when you make a comment like that you're setting women's rights back.
No, I'm not. I am proud that I'm able to get up and do whatever I want to. That's my choice.
Mm-hmm.
But always try to make it the best choice that you can. Now, you're not always going to be right. You're not going to always be perfect. But always try to be the best that you can.
But what do you say to the women who hear you when you say that you don't believe there's a reason to divorce, that a man really can't do anything that's going to make you divorce?
Oh, yeah, they are.
Okay, what would those things be? What would a deal breaker be for you?
Coming in and mistreating me and my family,
Mm-hmm.
and out here running around.
Now, running around means what?
That means whoring around.
Whoring around.
But I tell these kids, when you get married, the Bible says you could become one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says. So if you're going to believe any of it, you got to believe that too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to cherish that partner that you have.
Right.
And so you're not supposed to be out here doing things and wanting to go out here and do other things with other couples. The best thing to do is worry about your home life, your family, and building a good Christian-based home.
Right.
And don't be out here. I'm not saying you're not supposed to be friends with people, but you don't have them over every night or cooking out, because next thing you know,
they in bed with each other.
It's going down the wrong road.
Mm-hmm.
So best thing to do is do you and your family and that church and your job, and that consists of all the time that you can possibly have.
Did y'all deal with queefing in your generation?
What? I don't even know what the word is and don't know what it means and could care less.
Then I want you to ask Siri. Just say, Siri, what is queefing?
Siri, what is queefing? What the heck is that?
A
queef is a farting sound caused by air moving out of your vagina. This is from health.com.
Well, I believe I'd run to a doctor. If I'd have done any such stuff as that, I believe I'd ran to a doctor. And you know I don't run to a doctor. That would have scared me. Yeah, that's crazy. See, that's how come all that stuff is good, but it's just gone too far. Because what is that? That ain't worth 2 cents. But I know if that happened, I need to find a doctor. God almighty. I got to waste my time on something else.
So now you learned something today. What is a queef?
Well, it didn't help me out, whatever I learned.
What is a queef?
Farting in your vagina, I guess. Oh, God. Now, who in the heck would ever talk about such stuff as that? I wouldn't waste my breath. No.
Oh, God.
That's why at my age, I'm able to get up and get a shower at 5 o'clock in the morning and get dressed and go on and get out and go maid a little bit and do whatever I want to. I'm not thinking about such stuff as that.
Well, okay. Well, you've learned something new today.
Well, I've done forgot it because I'm not going to ever,
You would never repeat that.
I'm not going to store that in my memory.
So, okay, we're done with that.
We're done with that.
Okay. So now, what is your thoughts on if you're married and your spouse cheats?
Well, I would really give it a cold shoulder.
But would that be enough to warrant a divorce based on where you are in your life today? Now, let me ask you this. Let's say 25 years ago, Daddy had an affair. Would you have been more likely to leave him then rather than when you first got married and him doing that?
Well, I don't think there's no excuse for early marriage, late marriage, mid-time marriage. There's no excuse in neither one.
Right.
In my book.
Okay. Because cheating's cheating.
Cheating's cheating.
So you don't agree
I don't agree with that. No, I don't.
What do you think about these couples today that are in relationships that they call thruples?
Todd, I don't. Why you won't talk about stuff like that? Because I don't even know nothing about it.
So you don't know what that means either?
No, either. And I'm not going to ask Siri either because I don't care.
So we're done with Siri?
Yeah, we're done with Siri, and I'm done with talking about stuff that I don't even know. I've done lived my life.
Okay, but so do you understand what a thruple is?
No, I
It's
don't.
3 people in the marriage.
Well, they're not but 2 people in a marriage, so that third one needs to go. That's all I can tell you.
Okay, so then no threesomes, right?
I ain't never heard tell of such stuff as that.
I know, Mama, but I mean, I'm
But
wanting to
anyway,
educate
anybody's
you.
dumb enough to do such stuff as that, they need to get down on their knees and don't come up till they got salvation. That's all I can say. Lord have mercy.
Well, I think some of them are on their knees.
Well,
And I don't think that
well,
salvation
that
is
ain't
what
the
they're
right
looking for.
one. They need to be on their knees.
So,
Oh, Lord.
how do you feel about women in general today? Because a lot of the comments today from women is that men are just not men anymore. Men don't treat them with respect.
Well, maybe they don't earn it.
So you believe that these women have a role in the level
now
of
listen.
disrespect,
Oh, sometimes, these women do get kind of out of control.
right?
But the man needs to be the person that he should be.
Because the
reel
Bible
them
says
in.
a man is supposed to lead his household.
He should be, he's the head of the household.
That's right.
By Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's not leading in the right direction, then things might need to
Change.
Well, he said it's better to live on the rooftop of your house than to live with a brawling wife.
That means a wife that wants to fight all the time and run that mouth.
And do things that they don't have
Business doing.
then it's best to go. That's when he gives you authority
Gotcha.
to get out of it.
Right.
But listen, you need to try to work out everything and get up and to be the best you can today. Just get up and look in that mirror and thank Jesus for letting you get up and breathe fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a choice to make today to do whatever you need to do. I'm not saying what you want to do, what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Give someone a smile. Be kind. It doesn't cost us anything. And when you get up and get that shower and look in that mirror and say all that, then you're going to have a better feeling about yourself.
Right.
And then when you come out, you're going to be a better person and you'll be more kinder.
Well, do you believe that, how do you feel about people in general putting all their personal business on social media?
First of all, social media might be a good thing, but it's not. It's not a news media. You should keep your stuff inside those 4 walls and work on it.
Private.
You don't need to go out here and start telling the world. I don't want the world to know that I had to tell you off. I'm not going to go on internet and say, well, I had to tell Todd off today.
Which she did tell me off today.
He pissed me off and he was doing this, so pray for me. No, the devil made me do it. First of all, so I don't need to be prayed about it. I need to take care of it myself.
Right.
If I had to do it because I meant what I said.
So when you told me off, you meant it.
Yeah, because if I had to
But what if it
scold
hurt my feelings?
Well, if it hurts your feeling, if I was wrong, I say I'm sorry. But if I'm not wrong, I'm just going to go on and do the best I can.
And there's not many times that you're wrong.
No, and I don't tell you off. No, I don't. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to get up and because things didn't go my way today and I'm going to go put it on social media. No, I'm not. And just because one of my grandkids got mad at me and wouldn't talk to me, I'm not going to say, well, my grandson or my granddaughter, they didn't talk to me today. Because now listen, now you know what that would be if one of them didn't.
Yeah, they get your feelings hurt.
Yeah, they're going to get your feelings hurt.
Because she will hurt their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are the boss.
I am. I have done everything for them. You know
That's
what
right.
I tell them? I don't care what you're doing today. You got 5 minutes for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
If they
have wiped
don't-
your ass. I have lied for you. I've stole for you. I've done everything for you. You owe me 5 minutes.
I'm with you.
And if they don't give it to me, I don't bother them today.
But you will put a guilt on them.
Yeah, tomorrow. And they will answer now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they will do that.
Because you'll call and say, I ain't heard from so-and-so today.
But when I
And
call
then I
them,
send them a text message, and then you'll say, oh, I got to go, Todd. He's calling me right now. Folks, that
but
be
listen,
Chase.
let me tell you something. When I gotta let them slide today, but tomorrow I'll ring that number because God hadn't taken my mind,
Right.
and I know how to call. And I say I've not died yet.
You have been an amazing grandmother. Daddy was an amazing grandfather. Do you think that you will love your great-grandchildren?
I do. I love Chloe and Jackson, and for him to call me about a ball game just lights up my heart.
Do you think that you will love your great-grandchildren that Savannah and Chase and Grayson will have as much as you do the ones you have now?
Well, if I get to spend time with them, I wish Savannah'd have one right now. I never lay it down, and it would grow to my side.
But I told you that you're not going to be able, I'm not going to let you carry my baby.
You heard what she told you, too. She said, she got to hold me, and she's going to hold mine.
I said, Mama, you're not going to carry my baby. When Savannah has a baby, you're not going to carry that baby around. I says, for you to drop it. She said, go to hell. I will be carrying my baby. Savannah, won't I be carrying my baby?
She said, yes, you carried me. I said, you didn't never leave me, did you? She said, no. And I said, and it won't either. It won't never want to go.
Well, how are you going to feel when it loves me more than you?
Well, it won't. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Mama, you know when Savannah has one, you're not going to be able to. People just might as well go ahead and do an
she just
obituary for
told
me.
She just bought a house. She said, I got a guest house out there, Nanny. I said, that's where me and that baby will stay.
That baby, my baby.
Well, I got to get it, whether it's a girl or boy, and get it a name so I can say it's not a baby. I got to say.
I told her, I said, Savannah, please, when you have a baby, if it's a girl, name her Harper Monroe. And she says, I'm not. I said, well, if you have a little boy, name him Hudson. I'm not. I said, well, name him fucking Larry. I don't give a shit.
I don't care. Because you remember when you told me about Savannah, I saw her, she won't never.
You know what she said about Savannah? She said, my God in heaven, Todd, the young'un won't never be able to spell her name. It's got so many letters. I said, well, Mama, I'm hoping that I'm not going to have a child that's that dumb. Then, you remember what else you said?
I don't know.
You said, Todd, that Savannah name's like a pawn name.
I know, I don't care about that.
Now,
but
what kind of name? What
I don't even know what I meant by
Yeah,
that.
you did. What's them dirty movies? What do you call them?
Poems,
Poins.
or whatever they are.
She said this name Savannah was like a poem name.
Yeah, well, whatever. Well, I changed my mind.
So now you
why
like it.
It's why you can always change. You know what?
If she names it Larry or Lester, I ain't
It
changing.
doesn't make any difference.
It will to me.
Well, it won't to
You
me.
keep Larry and Lester over there with you, and then I'll go ahead and I'll love Chase's Harper and Hudson.
I don't care what you do. It'll be more room for me.
Okay, well you go ahead and carry
And you
Lester
know what?
around with you.
I'm 82. She has one in a year or two. It might give me 10 more good years of life.
Well, Mama, you've started your peptides. You're getting ready to have stem cell done. You're going to listen. You are the female version of Bernie's Weekend.
Well, I don't care.
I am propping you up.
Well, no, you don't have to prop me up because I can get up and get to going.
I mean, but how wonderful is it that you can still go and do, and you have all your mind? I mean,
God's been good to me.
yes.
Now, he don't show favoritism, but he knows I've been a good person all my life. I know I've failed him a lot of times, but I've always asked him to forgive me. And if I ever say anything, I tell him every night and every day when I talk to him. I said, now, you know, I might have slept up and said something that I shouldn't have said today, but now you know I've already told you, you took care of Peter, so take care of me.
Okay.
I always tell him that.
Okay.
And I am so thankful that I'm almost 82. I can drive and go any place I want to go.
Right.
I can do whatever I want to do. Maybe not as fast, but I can still do it.
Do you think that you will live long enough to have another car?
If this one wears out, I will. My friend, Louise Morton, she called me. She's 93. She just went to church Sunday, still drives and does everything she owes.
So then you will probably have to have another car.
Well, then if they do, I'll buy one. Listen, they're making them every day, and I got to keep them a job if mine runs out.
Well, I think that you need to get you a truck this time.
I'm not getting no truck. I can't even get up in a car now. Shut up.
Folks, it's because her legs is so short. What is it Daddy used to tell you that he said you had a lawsuit against the state for them building the highway so close to your ass?
Yeah, that's right. But that's all right. Them little legs still going. And I feel good every day.
What is if you could go back to if you could speak to your 30-year-old self, what would you say to them?
Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working out for you. You wouldn't
look at where you are today, talking to your 30-year-old self. You wouldn't try to preempt and say, "If they don't do that, because that's not going to work out the way you think it is."
No, I would not listen to stuff like that. If I could go back at 30 years old and know what I know now, I'd have me an education.
Well, you have an education.
I know, but not enough to get out here and do a real good job. I would be a nurse.
Would you?
I would. That's what I'd go to school
But Mama,
for.
you faint over needles and stuff.
Well, you know what you when you start doing it gets old to you and you won't mind it. And if you're helping someone, it makes you feel good.
So do you think that was your calling, that you should have been a nurse?
Well, no, I didn't feel like I had a calling back then because I got married and I thought my calling was to be a wife and have a home and a family. And I did that. But you're asking me, could I look back at 30 years old, what would I do?
Mm-hmm.
I would get out and get me an education. I would be a nurse. I would not change anything about my family at all. I would still do the same thing. That would not stop me at all. But far as myself, I would do that for me.
Okay, to be a nurse.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay in a cotton mill 50-something years.
Well, okay.
But I had a good life.
Well, you've never said that you'd be a nurse.
But I just see now the opportunities and the calling that it is a good calling if you use it right.
Do you want me to bury you in a nurse's uniform?
No, I don't.
No. With a little hat?
No. I'm going to do a little maid hat.
You a shady heifer. You a shade girl.
But I wouldn't take nothing for this journey. God's been good. Has it always been a perfect day? No. But I always said, when it was going bad, I said, "Dear Jesus, there's nothing going to come mine in your way today that you and I can't handle." So I get up and do the best I can with it. Because if it's something that I didn't do, I didn't have any control over it. I just kind of got to get over how it affected me.
Well, let me ask you, because a lot of people ask all the time, what has made your relationship with Julie so valuable and so cherished to you?
Well, first of all, now I know that she's never agreed with me 100%, but she ain't never come back to me. So I had never had to say something that I shouldn't have said. So that made it
So
easy.
she's always been respectful.
Yeah. She's never, and if she needed something, I've always did as much for her as I have for you. If she asked me, I did it. She's never tried to tell me what to do and what not to do. She let me live my life and say what I'm going to say, whether she liked it or not. She didn't sit back in the thing and want to get even with me. Because now, that would have been hard for her to try to get even with me.
Because you're just a bad bitch.
No, well, I'm just not going to take anything when I know it's wrong. So I'm not going to do that.
But you really do believe that you've been right pretty much all your life.
All my life, yeah, I have. Because I don't go out here to hurt no one, and I don't do anything wrong that intentionally.
But you do understand that just because you think a certain way doesn't mean...
it must have worked out, because look at how many years I got on y'all. And all these.
Well, maybe the Lord's keeping you here so he can help you to learn that you have been wrong.
He's leaving me here to bring more sheep to him. That's exactly what he's leaving me here for.
Okay.
And Julie's been with me through my surgeries. And it's so weird that, she went with me to every treatment, 21.
Mm-hmm.
Went with every one, never missed a one. And when I'd have to hold my urine, that medicine for 2 hours, well, once I got in that car, I could hold it. But once I got up, I couldn't hold it. She would ride me around in her go look at stuff and ride till my 2 hours just about up and take me home. And that, the days I had my treatments was kind of a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sleep. I
Yep.
was tired and sleepy. She's always been good to me. And then when y'all got pardoned, I had to go back because they thought they had seen something else. So I went back for my surgery here for that. So God's good. He don't make no mistakes.
So do you think that... So you're basically grateful and to God and feel blessed that I made the right decision in marrying her?
Well, when you divorced and you married her, I think that was a good decision.
Mm-hmm.
Has she always been perfect? No, I'm not either. But like I said, she's a hard worker. She gets up and takes care of her family. You don't have to tell her what to do because she does it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's become a great cook. That's what I told her. I said, taught you all I need that I know. So now I'm leaving it up to you now.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate her as a wife?
A 10.
What would you rate her as a daughter?
A 10. I don't have anything that I could not rate her the best.
So how blessed is that? How blessed are you to be able to say that?
Because most people don't even look like their mother-in-law. And
she,
I don't know why.
Well, not everyone has a mother-in-law like you either. Some of them have kind mother-in-laws.
I've been kind to her, too. I believe if I'd been bad, I don't believe she'd been
You'd have run her off.
I believe I'd have run her off.
So what would you rate your relationship with me as a son?
Listen, I've always had a good relationship with you.
Okay, but is it a 10 or a 9 or an 8?
Well, I just give it a 10 because, listen, I don't have anything that I could say bad or negative about you because you don't control me. I do what I want to. And if I want some information or I want to ask you something, I don't feel like that I'm ashamed or I'm scared to ask you because I'm not scared.
And if you need something, you're going to come to me.
If I need it, yeah, I will.
That's right.
I'm not going to sit back and do without.
No.
And when I know that I got better resource, I'm not going to do that.
And I'm your true resource, right?
Listen, I got a lot of people I can call, but I call my son first.
There you go. You go.
I don't have to knock on no. You know that we have never, people come to our house from the time you can remember, nobody knocked unless it was a stranger. Everybody come in our door. I'm not going to call my daughter-in-law or my son and say, well, can I come over tonight? The day I got to ask, I won't be coming.
That's right.
You won't even see my pretty face go in this house.
That's right.
Because I'm not doing that. You don't knock at my door. I have to keep it locked now because I don't want nobody to get me. So.
Well, stop putting those pineapples out by your door and you won't have that worry.
I done got rid of that pineapple because I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I'm just saying that parents and children should never put a limit on their parents that they have to call for an invitation. Mm-hmm. The day I got to have for an invitation, I ain't coming. And if you call
I
me
look
for
at
an
it this way. I never had to have an invitation to come home
No.
growing up.
The door was always
That's
open.
right. And it has never crossed my mind for me to say, Mama, I'm married now. Call before you come.
Oh, yeah,
Mama.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you married then, because I'm not coming.
But I have never even thought about doing such as that.
I ain't never.
And
'cause
Chase is the first damn one that'll say, privacy, boundaries.
Well,
Bitch, the boundaries are you in my house.
Well, then you need to go get your own place.
Thank
And
you.
then
Get as much privacy as you can
and then
afford.
If you don't want me, don't worry. I won't be there.
Well, listen, I know that I got at least 3 out of the ones I've raised that will look out for me. And I'm grateful for that because some people don't have one.
Listen, once they get my age, you history.
But it's like I told Julie, I said, listen, I said, once we get to, 70, 75, we're doing us a penthouse in a building to where we feel safe, to where we've got everything that we need, to where we don't have to be dependent on our children. Because I don't want to be a burden.
I don't feel like I'm going to be depending on my children because I don't really need them right this moment.
No, folks, at this point, people know that, we're getting ready to do a move. And you had my mother, the new house has a wing for her, and then we have our wing. And she said, I'm just not going to do that. And I said, yes, Mama, you are.
No,
You're 82.
I'm not.
And she said, no, I'm not. I said, Mama, you have your own wing on the other side of the house. And she looked at me and she said, that ain't far enough. That has really scarred me.
Well, get over it. Put you some vitamin E on it and heal that scar because I'm still able to live by myself.
I know, but Mama, I cannot. You are a national treasure, and people will be trying to look at what happened to Nancy Guthrie.
They're not going to kidnap me for the same reason they did her.
Mama, you on your conspiracy, folks. We're not even going to go down the road of she's done figured this whole thing out, and it's really bizarre. But that's not why she's missing. But you don't know what could happen to you.
I understand that.
And if you're with me and Julie every day.
I know, but I don't need a babysitter yet. When I need a babysitter, I'm going to call you.
We're not going to be, you're not, Mama, you're going to earn your keep.
But I ain't going to be maiden.
You keep up your side of the house, your apartment and stuff. You keep that up. And then we'll eat together every day like we do now. And then you and Julie will go do your shopping. And then Terrence has already agreed he's going to take you to the casino. So
I don't need nobody to take me. I can take myself.
But you just told him the other day that yes,
I said when I come to Biloxi, I said I'll call you.
Yeah, but you're going to be further away from Biloxi. So he has to travel with you because you cannot be going that far by yourself. No, we're not going to start all this again. You know what the deal is. You either mind.
No, I ain't going to mind.
I'm going to put one of them dog collars on you and shock the
care.
piss out of you every time you talk back.
I don't care. I'm not
You're
worried.
going to be sitting there.
I'm not worried about
What's
that.
going to happen?
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, well, good.
'Cause I'm
You
gonna
better
get
hope
up.
You better hope Dr. Chang's got that bladder right because I'm going to shock the piss out of you every time you talk
Because
back.
I'm going to go do me, and you do you.
I am.
If I need you, I'll call you.
I am. I want you to learn how to do how to two-step.
I'm too old for that.
No, you're not. There's a thing. There's a two-step club in Texas for people 70 and older.
I don't want to do that.
And I want to take you there, and I want you to learn.
I don't want to do that.
But Mama, you'll find you a cowboy. You know they say
I don't care.
You know what
Todd,
they say about Texas.
15 years.
Everything's
I don't
bigger in
care.
Texas.
I don't care about that. I'm not wanting to do no work for
Well, that's
that.
not work.
I don't.
That's
want to
having
do
a
that.
good time.
Yeah. When I go to my happy
And you
place,
win money.
everybody always talks to me. They're nice to me.
And you
I
think
get
they're not gonna do that if you're line
yeah,
dancing?
but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Well, you're going to have to try it. You got to do different things.
I'm done all I'm going to do.
Well, I always cherish the time that you come on here. And I love to deal with you every day.
I hate to have to come and bail you out all the time.
I know it, Mama. She had to bail me out because I'm leaving for D.C. today. I'm going to speak on the Hill tomorrow regarding prison reform and to try to help as many people as I can. Then I'm off to Dallas until Sunday. Julie comes home Thursday.
I don't know, but when she comes, I'll be packed up and ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's Thursday. This right here is ready to run as soon as Julie hits the door. That must be why Chloe said this morning, it's just going to be me and Mom this weekend. Have you already told Julie you're going to the casino?
No, I ain't even told
Stick
her.
your tongue out. That's a lie, bump.
No, it ain't. No, I hadn't said anything about it. I don't even talk about it till I know I'm going.
Okay.
Then I call and tell them I'm on a room, and I go and stay as long as I want to.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on again.
Well, when you need me to bail you out again,
You're
just give
too
me a
expensive.
call.
I can't have you as a regular guest all the time.
Well,
Your rates have got to come down.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm going to get my own podcast.
What would you call your own podcast? If you were to do your own podcast, what would it be?
Listen to Nanny and all of her good information.
That's a long title that nobody's going to remember.
Listen to Nanny. She's good.
Let's try to shorten it even more.
I don't know.
Nanny talks shit.
No. No, because what I say is the truth. And I
Sex
want
with
to
Nanny.
I want to see everybody do it.
That's your podcast, Sex with Nanny.
Well, no, that's not what I'm going to call mine. But I want everybody to get up with a smile on their face
But honey,
and just be good and do the best you can. And listen, I pray for our country every day.
do you?
I do. And I always pray for the sick and the sad and the lonely because I want to see everybody happy and prospering and doing good. And listen, if I can help you, call me. I'll come and help you.
Right. Because you're just a good soul.
I want to be the best that I can be. I said that I was going to start a show, Rent Nanny.
Right.
Rent Nanny for the day.
Right.
With her grandbabies.
Right.
With your grandchildren.
But Mama, people don't want anyone watching their children when the nanny says, sit your ass down and shut the hell up. Now you go sit there and cry, I'll give you a reason to cry.
Yeah.
Now shut up.
No, I'm going to play.
Shut up. I got watching this game.
I'm not babysitting. I'm just having a good time.
Do you believe that you might be a white version of Medea?
Well,
Because you want to fight all the time.
no, but listen, I'm not going to let the children, I'm the boss. My grandchildren didn't boss me, and you didn't. Y'all.
But what about my grandchildren bossing you?
No. Well, they're not going to boss me either.
What about Lester?
Who's Lester?
That one that Savannah's going to have.
Well, no. Listen, I let it by. We've done all kind of stuff with our grandbabies. We didn't tell you everything, and some things I have, but they'll laugh and say, now, well, Nanny, I guess you're going to carry that with you. I said, until you piss me off, I'm going to carry it with you.
Folks, you know that I'm normally going off about the BOP because they give me so much ammunition. But this week, I have decided, because it's been I've had such a good run for the last 3 weeks in the BOP, that I want to give credit where credit's due. There's a young man, Justin Thornton, who is over all of facilities for the Bureau of Prisons. And I have been able to work with him for the last couple of weeks to report conditions of certain prisons. And the issues were resolved within 48 hours. So I know that what we're doing is making a difference because of people like Justin. So, Justin, thank you from the Chrisley family and for all that we're trying to do and you making that job easier. Mama, say hello to Justin and tell him how grateful we are to have him on our team.
Hey, Justin.
Right there, that's your camera.
Hey, Justin, I just want to thank you for joining the Chrisleys and what they believe in and what they want to accomplish and get going to make America great again.
Well, in that case, make the Bureau of Prisons great.
Yes,
right?
help them out.
Would you like to be a warden?
I would be a great warden.
Because Daddy used to call you warden.
Yeah, I'd be a great warden.
So now's your time to say to Justin if he can put in a good word to get you hired.
Justin, if you need any help, call Nanny.
Nanny's the warden.
Nanny will be a warden.
All right. Folks, until next week, good luck and God bless.